And I think some people use the permanent buy down either to help them afford the home that they want from a qualifying standpoint, or they just like the idea of that consistent savings over that 30 years. The people that tend to go with the temporary buy down are kind of banking on the fact that interest rates will continue to come down over time, and we'll just have that savings up front. And then hopefully here in a year or two, then we'll be able to refinance into that lower rate, and therefore kind of almost locking in that savings, for lack of a better description there. So two different strategies. And by the way, you can mix the two if you want to, and a lot of people don't realize that. So for example, if you have your base rate at 6.25 and you do a permanent buy down to that 6%, and then you put on top of that a temporary buy down, again, 2-1 buy down, for example, then the first year is going to be 4%. The next year is going to be 5%, and then 6% for the rest of the 30 years. So different ways of mixing and matching depending on what resources that we would have to work with.
And I think, you kind of already said this, but when you go to the temporary rate buy down strategy, really the strategy is predicated on interest rates going down and then
Mm-hmm.
refinancing in 2 or 3 years. And that's why we would do like a 2-year buy down or a 3-year buy down or even a 1-year buy down if you think rates are going to go down
Right.
significantly enough in that time. Really that's the strategy. If that's what you're planning on doing, that's the best way to get in there and save more monthly payment today with the idea of refinancing down the road.
And another reason somebody would use a temporary buy down is if they're expecting a big promotion at work where their income is going to jump. So you get the temporary savings before, like say you're finishing your master's degree, that as soon as you're done here in 6 months, you'll get that promotion, a big pay bump. Sometimes people use that as a budget management tool as well, which is a very smart way of doing that.